Hello students, welcome to maths class. Today we will start your chapter number 4, direct and inverse variation. What is the meaning of direct and inverse variation? Let me explain you with some examples. Here I have taken the example of chocolates from your book. Two chocolates cost rupees 10. And if I increase the number of chocolates, see here I have increased the number. Now these are 4 chocolates. Then you have to spend rupees 20 to buy 4 chocolates. Now see the comparison. When you are buying 2 chocolates, you are spending 10 rupees. Now you are buying 4 chocolates, you are spending 20 rupees. If you have increased the number of chocolates, then money will also increase. Let us suppose if we want to buy one chocolate, for how much you will buy it? We will buy it for rupees 5. Now you will notice that I decreased the number of chocolates. Now rupees will also decrease. That means it is direct variation. See here, an increase in the number of chocolates results in an increase in the money spent on it. And same if we decrease the number of chocolate, then there will be decrease in money. Let us take another example. Here, let us suppose we are driving a car at the speed of 40 km per hour and distance is 1200 km. We will take 30 hours. How we will find time? Distance over speed. It will take 30 hours. If we increase the speed, first it was 40, now I have increased the speed of car, it is 60 km per hour. But distance is same, that is 1200 km. Now you will take 20 hours. How you have taken 20 hours? Divide distance by speed. Time is equal to distance over speed. When you divide it, you will get 20 hours. Now see the difference in these two statements. When your speed was 40, then you are taking 30 hours. But when you increased your speed, your time is decreased. See here, it is 40 here, it is 60 speed. Now time was 30 hours here, but here it is 20 hours. This shows inverse variation. When one thing is increasing, other is decreasing. This shows increase in speed cause decrease in time. These variations are of two types. One is direct variation and second is inverse variation. I have given you the example of direct variation. Let's have another example. This is the definition of direct variation. You can write it in your own words also. Another example for direct variation is, see, I am taking in this row number of stamps and cost of rupees are here in this row. If I was buying 5 stamps, then I spent 10 rupees. Now I increased the number of stamps, but now here also increase rupees, it is 20 rupees now. In the same way, if you see, as soon as we are increasing the number of stamps, automatically we are spending more money. Here you will see that it is a direct variation. See, this is the formula which you use in solving your questions. Let us suppose we are having two quantities x and y, and they are said to be in direct variation. If x and y increase or decrease together, means if x is increasing, then y will increase. If x is decreasing, then y is decreasing. Then it is equal to x over y is equal to k. K means constant. See here it is given here in example. This formula you will use in direct variation. If we are solving the question of direct variation, then we will cross multiply the given quantities. Suppose this is quantity 1, A and C, and these are quantity number 2, B and D. Then what you will do? You will multiply A with D is equal to C multiplied by B. Let's solve first example. Find P and Q in the following table if X and Y vary directly. Students, you are requested to read the question carefully. Here they have written very directly. So we will apply the formula of direct variation. What is the formula of direct variation? I told you here that it is x over y is equal to k. We have given the values of x. This is 5 and this is 10. But this number is missing. And the values of y 8 and 32, but q is missing. We have to find these values with the help of these two given values. So first of all, what we will do? We will write the given values 5 over 8. See here 5 over 8 is equal to P over 32. Now when you cross multiply these sums, what you will find? You will find the value of P, which will be 20. And now you find the value of Q, same here. You can put these numbers is equal to this or this, because now we know the value of P is 20. See here, I have taken 5 over 8 here, 10 over Q here is equal to cross multiply. You will find 5 multiplied by Q, 8 multiplied by 10. Then put 5 here because it was multiplying with Q. Now here it will divide. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Then 8 twos are 16. Let's solve another question. Cost of 6 mineral water bottles is rupees 90. How many mineral water bottles can be bought for rupees 225? First of all, it is important to draw the table to understand the question so that you can solve this question easily. So draw this type of table. Write here number of mineral water bottles and in another cost in rupees. How many bottles you are buying in 90 rupees? 6 water bottles. Here 6 and here it is cost. You will write number of bottles in front of bottles and write rupees in row of cost. Then what is the question? How many mineral water bottles? It means we have to find the number of bottles. We have written here X because we don't know how many bottles are there. So what is the cost? It is 225. Write the cost in the column of cost. It is a case of direct variation. How you can say that it is a case of direct variation? Because these rupees are increasing. It will only increase if you will buy more bottles. And in direct variation, what we will do? We will write like this: 6 divided by 90 is equal to x divided by 225. See, check here. 6 over 90 is equal to x over 225. Cross multiply these numbers. 90 multiplied by x is equal to 6 multiplied by 225. Now you have to find the value of x. We have written 90 with it and it will be here. Because when any number is multiplying on the left side of the sign of equal, then it will come with a division on the right side of sign of equality. And when you will change these numbers into standard form. Standard form means you will use tables in cutting. Then you will get the value of x. You will get 15. It means if we buy 15 bottles, then we have to spend 225 rupees. Now let's solve one question from your worksheet number 1. Question number 1, worksheet 1. I have solved this first question. I have drawn the table here: 6 over 18, 8 over dash, 12 over dash and dash over 63. Now let us suppose this is equal to P. You can suppose any alphabet. I have taken P here, A here and C here. Any alphabet you can take. Because it is direct variation. How you have come to know? They have given in question very directly. In a direct variation, what you will do? X over y is equal to k. X over y is this 6 over 18, because you know here only these two values. Here it is P is unknown, A is unknown, C is unknown. So 6 over 18 is equal to 8 over P. Now cross multiply. 6 multiplied by P is equal to 18 multiplied by 8. See here I have written. Then find the value of P. Here 6 was multiplying with P, but now it is in divide here after crossing the sign of equality. 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18. I have changed it into standard form. Now 8 threes are 24. It means we have found the value of P 24. Let's see here. I have written that I have found the value of P, which is equal to 24. Now we will find the value of A. We can take the help of this also now. Now we know the value of P. You can take either this or this. Your choice. I have taken this one. 8 over 24. See here. See here. 8 over 24 is equal to 12 over A. Now cross multiply. 8 multiplied by A, 12 multiplied by 24. Now 8 will be here in division. 8 ones are 8, 8 threes are 24. Now multiply these two numbers. You will get the value of A is equal to 36. See here I have written 36. Now last column. You will find the value of, right? You can choose. You can take this one, this one, this one. I have chosen this one. It's your choice now, because now we know the value of P, we know the value of A. Now we can take any of these two also. I have taken 6 over 18 is equal to 6 over C over 63. Again cross multiply. What I will write? 6 multiply by 63, then 18 multiply by C. 18 will be here. By cutting, change it into standard form, you will get the answer of C. The value of C will be 21. In the same way, you will solve these second part and third part. Next question from your worksheet. This is question number 2. 5 bags of rice weighs 150 kg. How many such bags of rice will weigh 900 kg? I told you in last question that it will be easy for you to solve the question if you draw the table. I have drawn the table because I have two main quantities. One quantity is number of bags, see here number of bags, and other is weight. So I have written here number of bags, here I have written weight. When I was having 5 bags, the weight was 150. You can read this statement again. 5 bags of rice weight 150. How many such bags? Means we don't know how many bags are there having weight 900 kg. We know the weight. So we will write weight in front of weight. You will not write 900 here because these are number of bags. So write here 900 and let these number of bags are equal to x. Now it is direct variation. How we can say that it is direct variation? That if weight is increasing, it means we are having more number of bags. So write 5 over 150 is equal to x over 900. Then cross multiply. 150 multiplied by x is equal to 5 multiplied by 900. X is equal to 5 multiplied by 900. You will write 150 here in division. This 0 will cancel this 0. 15 ones are 15. 15 six are 90. And we are left with 5 multiplied by 6. Multiply these two numbers, we will get 30. It means number of bags are 30 and their weight will be 900. These are the questions of your worksheet. Try to solve all these questions. In case of having problems, I will give the solutions in my next video. Thank you so much. I hope you will like this video. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you once again. Take care.